Hello and welcome to another video. In this video we will go through the first steps with the JANBY Cloud. We will see how to log in for the first time, create a location, activate licenses, register devices and create products with QR codes. To log in for the first time, go to my.janby.kitchen. To log in, you need to use the email address and password with which you have created your JANBY account. Once you log in, this window will pop up and it will ask you to create your first location. Inside an organization may be more than one location, so it is important to differentiate this one. Now we have created our location. In this section that says tree structure, we would see all the different locations belonging to this organization. In this case, we only have one. How to register your devices in the JANBY Cloud. To get all the information about the devices of your location, these need to be registered in the JANBY Cloud. This process is done when first setting up the JANBY track. When you first log into your JANBY track device, it will ask you to insert the activation code of the JANBY track and the organization ID. This can be found in the organization section in the top right side of the screen. This process is shown in another video. The activation code is composed of numbers and letters, and it's located on a sticker under a QR code. Equally, when first connecting your smart beats via Bluetooth to the track, this will be registered in the cloud. So, after doing this in the JANBY track, any device that we registered would automatically appear in the devices section in the cloud. However, the devices can also be registered via the cloud. Just a note, if we register a device via the JANBY Cloud, this will not be automatically linked to the JANBY track, so it will ask us the activation code anyways. On the contrary, if we do the activation process via the track, this will automatically come into the cloud. If we were to register a device via the JANBY Cloud, we would go to register device. We could call this JANBY track demo. We could add any tag, and if we say insert data manually, we would have to insert so the manufacturer is JANBY. So now we have our JANBY track device registered to this organization. We want to say that this JANBY track is for the location number 1, and we click save. If we had more than one location, we could assign this device to any other location. So let's see now how to create a product and get the QR label for this product. First, we need to go to selling products and click in create a selling product. We can name it chicken and we create a product. Here we can add as many details as we want. So we can say how many grams, if it has any allergen, if it's specific to any type of diet, a description maybe of what the chef needs to do with the product, etc. Every time we are into a section, it's important to click Save at the end, because otherwise the changes will not be effective. Then we would go into elaboration. So we want to assign a time and a temperature in order for this product to be in the water. So we would, if there's an elaboration program already that exists and that we want to use, we could use this, but so far we have 0 elaboration programs, or we could create a program. As per with the track, this program could be just a cooking timer, so it would specify just the time, or it would be to cook with SmartBeat. In this case, we will cook with SmartBeat, so we would say chicken regeneration, for example, or with therming. So we could just add as many times as we want and the temperature that we want. Here there's some active controls that we could also implement. So for example, the max hot hold time. So after those 9 minutes, there's only 1 more minute that it could be in the water. Or some intermediate warnings. I want to get a notification halfway the elaboration of this specific product, and more active controls that are covered in other separate videos. Very important, we always need to click Save, otherwise the changes will not be recorded. So now we have our product here with the details that we have added. This product already has an elaboration program that we have assigned, and now we will go to the label printing section. We will click in Allow printing labels for this product, and we will see the following information. We have here the batch name, the number of items per batch that we can modify here, or we can modify later on when we are printing them in the JANBY track, the expiration time for the given product that we can also change. And there's here some optional data that we can add. So depending on how big is our label, if our label is bigger, we can add all this information and this will show in the label. If on the contrary we are using something just for internal use or for our own central kitchen, all this information is not mandatory to have on the label, so we could use smaller labels that only have the packing date, the discard by, and the batch number. So again, we click Save, and the label will be created and automatically will appear in the label section of the JANBY track.